Hi, I'm Tom Thompson. Back in 1999, I founded the Refuge, a place where men and now women who were struggling with addiction could come to transform their lives.
I'm Wes Thompson, the Executive Director at the Refuge. We're so glad you're here today to learn more about our ministry.
And I'm Becca Linton, the Director of the Women's Ministry here at the Refuge. We know that change isn't easy, but by being here at orientation, you've already taken the first step toward a better life.
When you're struggling with drugs and alcohol, life can feel hopeless and even helpless. But today you're surrounded by people that have not only gotten clean from drugs and alcohol, but they've gotten their freedom back. There's hope here.
There's absolutely no cost to go through the Refuge, and you don't need insurance either. You just need to be ready to change.
The Refuge opened in 1999 as a small residential ministry in Vinton County, Ohio. In 2 decades since then, thousands of men and women have come to the Refuge. Our mission has stayed the same, changing lives affected by addiction through Christ and the relationships that have come as a result of that. Refuge is not a place to us. God is our refuge.
It takes 13 months to complete our men's or women's ministries. In that time, you'll not only get clean, but you'll also truly be free by learning about the issues that led you to addiction in the first place. The Refuge is a Christian ministry based on biblical teachings, but you don't have to be a Christian to join.
Here's what you can expect if you're accepted today. The men will go into one of our houses in Lancaster, Ohio, and the women will go into one of our houses in Grove City, Ohio. These aren't hospitals or facilities, these are homes. They're places where you're going to feel safe, protected, and loved.
You'll have Refuge staff like us there to help, and also coordinators, men and women who have gone through the Refuge themselves and are there to help you, encourage you, and keep you on the right path.
If you have to detox, you'll do that most likely at one of our houses, alongside our coordinators and staff that have gone through the same thing that you'll be going through today. During your first month at the Refuge, you'll spend a lot of time learning about yourself and who you truly are. For the first 30 days, you won't have any contact with the outside world. That includes your friends and family, but it's intentional because it's a time for you to focus on yourself.
After that first month, you'll be able to start making phone calls, and you can invite loved ones to our monthly Family Day events to see you and to start rebuilding relationships. You will also start to work with one of our partner employers. This not only helps provide financially for some of the men and women behind you at the Refuge, it also ensures that you complete the ministry with close to a year of work history.
You'll spend months 2 through 5 working 1 week, and then the next week you'll come back to Lancaster to work with the staff on any challenges that you might have faced on the job site before returning to work. The idea is to slowly start adjusting to what your life's going to look like after you complete the ministry.
After 5 months, you'll move to our men's or women's housing on the west side of Columbus. And you'll start working full-time with a partner employer, and you'll begin making weekend home visits every month. This is another step toward what life will be like after you complete the Refuge, but you're still living and working with men or women in the ministry.
After 9 months, you'll start to transition into life after the ministry while continuing to work with one of our partner employers. Our staff and volunteers will make sure that you have a budget and a 5-year plan, as well as any documents that you may need, including a Social Security card, a driver's license, and helping you pay any fines that you might owe.
Men and women who have completed the Refuge and choose to stay in Central Ohio have a 100% job placement rate. This helps ensure that you are set up to succeed after you finish the ministry. Once they've completed, many of our alumni choose to continue living together to keep that support and accountability in place.
We know that 13 months sounds like a really long time, but we also want to recognize that many of the men and women who come into the Refuge have been struggling with addiction for years and even decades. And so we want to encourage you not to get too bogged down by the amount of time.
You're free to leave at any time, but we're confident that you'll make lifelong friendships here and that you'll want to stay.
By being here today, you've taken that first step towards true freedom from addiction.
Welcome to the Refuge. We're truly glad that you're here.